Hey, what's up? Like, totally time for 90210.
Well, hello everyone. That was abrupt. Hello everyone. Welcome back to Massive Late Fee. My name is Mark. With me, as always, is my girlfriend Carol. How you doing, Carol?
Hey, what's up?
Not much, but it's kind of Massive Late Fee, but it's also 90210. This is the 90210
Season 2.
Yeah, we're doing this right now.
But they got a new intro that actually features the cast.
Yeah, instead of faceless bikini woman,
Right.
it's actually the cast of the show doing things that we've seen them do in the show.
It's pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah, very good. But yeah, season 2. I was thinking when it started, because they were talking about, it's the last day of school, summer vacation's going to start, and I was thinking, wow, that's weird, because usually what a show does is it will go to, like, they'll go on summer hiatus, and then they'll come back and they'll be like, oh, summer was so great.
Right.
And they skip over it, and then they just go back, especially a school show, and then they just go back to the next school year. But I remembered as they were getting into the storyline, that's right, Brenda dropped the bombshell last season, I might be pregnant.
So apparently they decided they couldn't leave that all summer.
Right,
so.
yeah. So we come back to this. Oh, by the way, it's, what is it? It's April 6th?
Yes.
April 6th, 1995.
Yeah, it is April 6th, yep. So Brenda might be pregnant.
I don't
even remember if when we did the season finale, if we mentioned that.
That Brenda might be pregnant?
Yeah.
I don't remember either. But
because I feel like I wasn't thinking about it or waiting for it or anything.
That was the end of season 1. Well, that's the problem with going back 4 years or 3 years or whatever it is and reviewing these from the beginning. Is that we know what's going to happen.
Yeah, we know she doesn't have a baby. But she could have had an abortion.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's
or given up for adoption.
Yeah, they could have done... adoption, I think, less so, but they could have done like an abortion storyline.
Yeah.
Is it right? Is it not right? We take the hard stance. But anyway, so they didn't do that.
No. So, I mean, obviously, we all know that she doesn't have a baby, so she wasn't pregnant.
Right. She's late, which is common, I suppose, especially for younger women.
Yeah, well, and especially, like she just had sex for the first time, so I'm thinking that's going to throw off her hormones a little bit. Maybe make things off.
She's no longer pH balanced.
Wow, that's a weird way to take it.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like she got a yeast infection. Her period is late.
Yeah. But, she's got that extra matter.
Oh, God. Don't be gross.
It's part of my charm, though. It's what people love. They always say, Mark, be grosser.
Right.
When they send us, what's it called again? Electronic mail? Mail?
I really don't think we've ever received an electronic mail where someone told you to be grosser, but sure.
Whatever. I don't know. We received some of them, though. We have read your emails.
Yes, we have.
I just want to let everyone know that we have read them.
We've read them, and we've either responded via email or on the show.
Yeah.
So.
True. Yes, ma'am. Go
on. Brenda's friends, she tells Kelly and Donna.
Yeah.
In school, in the hallway. Like,
very smart place to tell.
Doesn't sound like the best place to talk about that.
At least the bathroom. Come on.
Right? And they convince her to take a pregnancy test. So this is a weird pregnancy test.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know if maybe it's because it's a few years older. I don't know, but it's supposed to be...
It's way different from all the pregnancy tests we've had.
Right. But it's supposed to be blue if she's pregnant and red if she's not.
Right.
Which are very distinct colors.
True.
But she gets green.
And like I told you, I think that's got to be accurate, though, at least for the time, or at least for some tests, because red is on one end of the color spectrum, blue is on the opposite end of the color spectrum, and green is right in the middle.
Yeah.
So it has to be something. It has to honestly be something to do with pH or hormones or something. I mean, something like that.
Now, my thought was blue and yellow make green.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured, pee and whatever made it go blue made it go green.
Right.
So I thought maybe it was positive, but whatever. She makes a appointment with a gynecologist, which is the smart thing to do.
She also talks to her mom about when her mom first saw her gynecologist. And tell me if this is weird or not.
Okay.
Her mom says college.
I think they recommend that you see them beginning at 18 unless you become sexually active before that.
Oh.
So that actually makes sense.
Okay. Because I didn't, I don't know because I don't I don't own a vagina. So I don't need to maintenance it. But
You're so lucky. Men are so lucky. You don't have to have anybody look at your penis every year.
No. The worst that we have to do, and they do it in gym class for us, is hold your testicles and cough.
What? They do that in gym?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I was not aware of this.
Yeah. Wait. Maybe they weren't supposed to. But our gym teacher, would go down the line and,
What?
Yeah, he'd go down the line, hold, and turn your head and cough.
That's insane.
And if, that apparently you can tell if someone's, has testicular cancer or a hernia or something that way. I don't know.
Or you can just feel a bunch of little boys' junk.
Yeah, I guess you could do that too. I mean,
that's not right.
Well, no, he didn't wear a glove, so.
He's not a medical professional.
Apparently he said he got trained in it. I don't know.
I don't think so.
Just, in the shorts.
What? In the shorts?
Yeah, in the shorts. Cough. It's got to be skin on skin contact. That's what he told us.
Oh my God. Baby. I'm sorry.
Is that not how it's done?
Honey, didn't anybody talk to you about your bathing suit places?
I've gone to the doctor and it's the same thing. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah, but the gym teacher's not a doctor. I don't know. Maybe it's normal. I don't know.
I've had a female doctor do it before.
Okay.
That's weird.
I've had a male doctor, give me a gynecological exam.
And isn't that weird? Don't you find it strange?
I find it strange no matter what.
But yeah, it's like, it's not sexy.
No.
Obviously. Bless you. Oh, there it comes again. Bless you.
Oh, sorry, guys.
It's not sexy, but it's awkward.
Yeah.
Because it's someone's touch. Wow. All right.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I sprayed cat pheromones around the house.
Cat hair got in my nose.
But anyway, so it's very awkward because it's like somebody touching a sensitive area of your body in not the way you'd want them to.
Right. Well, I mean, just imagine what girls go through.
Yeah, I can't imagine. That's got to be very invasive.
They put a speculum inside of you.
What's a speculum?
Crank it. It's a metal thing.
Crank it.
Is
this like medieval torture? What the fuck is going on here?
I don't know. It sounds like they're like clicking it open, like more like.
What?
God, the look on your face is priceless. No, it's like, they put it in and then they spread it open more.
What's it look like?
It's like a long metal.
Like tongs?
No, not tongs. It's like okay, your hands, and then how it goes out at the end, like that. That's what it looks like.
Oh, okay. So kind of like vice grips or a binder or a spreader or something like that.
Spreader, probably. I don't know what a spreader looks like, but that sounds like an accurate description.
For like wood. I can't imagine they go that far though. But yeah, that sounds like I said, it's got to be incredibly invasive.
And then it's like getting your throat swabbed, but inside of you, because they take one of those long Q-tips and swab.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it's not pleasant. But Brenda is going to find out whether or not she is pregnant.
You know the closest I've come to that? I had a suppository that I had to put in one time.
Oh, God.
But I put it in. I had food poisoning. I was getting sick. I was throwing up everything. And they gave me an antiemetic to make me stop vomiting. But they were like, well, you're going to throw it up if we give you a pill. So we could give you a suppository. I thought they were going to put it in. And I was like, but then she gave me the thing, and she's like, so here's what you do. And here's how you do. You put this gel on the top and everything, and then you just push it in. And I go, how far? And she goes, you'll know. You'll know how far to push it in. And she's like, until you can't anymore. And I was like, okay. So it's the weirdest, I can't even describe it. It's the weirdest feeling in the world. So I got the little gel, right, and I start pushing it up. And I'm going up and going up, farther than I would think you'd go, but I just kept going. And then at one point, you get to a point where all of a sudden, it's just gone. It's gone from your finger. It's like what are those pneumatic like tube things where it just whoop, it's just gone. And I was like, okay, well, I guess that's enough. But it did. I was able to stop vomiting and drink water and get hydrated. So
yeah, it did its job. So Brenda tells Dylan.
Yes, that she might be pregnant.
She already knew she might be pregnant. Mm-hmm. Like, I think she told him the end of the last episode.
She did, yeah.
But she must have told him about the weird test result and everything, because he ends up going with her to the doctor with Kelly.
Yep.
Which, I guess that's cool. Seems like a lot of people.
Yeah.
I would probably pick one, but...
Yeah, because they keep trying to force this, like, Brenda and Kelly are best friends, but it never seems like it. It never seems like they're best friends. Not to me, no.
Oh, it seems like it to me.
They like squabble and stuff too much.
Yeah, well, that's what girls do.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Just like how you always tell me how boys, like, work it out by punching each other.
Mm-hmm.
Girls nitpick at each other.
Girls are psychological terrorists.
So she finds out at the gynecologist that she is not pregnant.
She finds out by having her period.
Because, they give her the cup and tell her to go give him a urine sample, and instead she has started her period. So
she fills it with blood.
Ew.
And then just hands it to him and says, what does this prove?
Mark.
What?
Ew. So, yeah.
It doesn't happen. Sorry, guys.
Then...
they eat a red velvet cake.
Oh, God, that's disgusting. But she goes out, and Dylan's all, yay, happy, right? Because she got her period. Mm-hmm. And then he says, maybe while we're here, though, you should talk to them about getting on the pill.
Right. Logical.
Which sounds responsible. Yeah, responsible, logical, supportive. And her and Kelly both tell him basically he's a dick.
Yeah. Oh, I can't believe you.
Oh, you're just thinking about yourself.
Yeah, I can't believe you, Dylan. How dare you?
I don't understand it. Like, I would never, ever react that way.
I feel like his thought process was, because at first I thought maybe she was like, oh, so he doesn't have to wear a condom anymore, and that's why she's pissed. Mm-hmm. But I was thinking, like, no, doesn't he mean, like, you take the pill, I'll wear a condom, so we can be doubly safe.
Right.
That you don't get pregnant. But now I'm starting to think it's like Kelly was thinking, I've had this scare, so now I don't even know if I ever want to have sex again.
I mean, Brenda.
Brenda, yeah.
You said Kelly.
Sorry.
You should be sorry. You should be ashamed. Go sit in the corner.
Okay. So Donna has got this scare, and she's... I'm sorry. Andrea's scared.
Right.
And no,
Andrea will never be scared because who's going to... Well...
Andrea gets pregnant.
She's the one that gets pregnant, yeah.
But anyway, so Brenda has this scare, and I think she's like, oh, maybe I'll never have sex again. That's where her head's at.
Right.
And his head is, how can we prevent this in the future while continuing to have sex?
Yeah.
And that's why she's mad, I guess. But it's like, who's going to think like, oh, well, her thought process is probably going to be like, I'll never have sex again.
Nobody.
Right.
She handles this whole thing very, very weird.
Well, she handles it like a 16-year-old girl might. So I guess it's sort of accurate.
So her mom then is going through the trash.
She's separating paper from plastic.
Which is very weird to me. Like, why would you do that?
I don't. Maybe they did that in California in 1990 or 91 or whenever this was out. We just recently got a little bin,
Right.
where we can put. I think it's any kind of recycling. I believe we can put paper and plastic in there.
But don't you separate it ahead of time? Nobody goes digging through the trash can.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
That's really weird and neurotic.
we throw the trash in the trash, and then we throw if we've got like old newspaper, like
right.
like
or a milk carton.
Yeah, like the newspapers that I read for the show. When I'm done with them, I throw them in there. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we don't go through our trash and separate it out or post facto.
Doesn't that seem neurotic?
It seems dirty.
Yeah, like just weird all over the place. And then there's a tied up plastic bag, and she unties it.
Yeah, she's like, who put the plastic with the paper?
Like, what?
Someone throwing trash away, you freak.
So she finds the pregnancy test.
Whose trash is completely dry, by the way, too? There's no, like, sliminess in there at all for her to encounter.
Maybe they have, like, an industrial garbage disposal, and they never put anything in the trash other than
paper and plastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like,
Brenda
I don't know.
wouldn't have put this in the recycling.
Right.
She was trying to throw it away.
And here's the thing, though. It's like, and she's like, you put the paper in the plastic. So she had a pregnancy test that she peed on, wrapped up in like toilet paper, in a plastic bag. Like, you're unwrapping toilet paper and touching something she peed on. Mm-hmm. Ew. Just ew.
Well, what she pulls out is the box.
Oh,
the folded up box.
That's true. I don't know.
I don't know what happened to the actual test.
Right.
But yeah, so she finds that, and it's like, this is right after Brenda tells Brandon, by the way, too.
Oh, yeah. Brandon came to talk to her because he has decided that he needs to get a more lucrative job for the summer.
Because he wants a car.
Yeah, he wants a new car.
A 65 Mustang, which apparently, in 1991, you could make enough money over the summer to afford, I guess.
Remind me what happened to his car.
So Brenda got in an accident with it, didn't she? And
Maybe.
Or something? I don't remember.
Something happened, but yeah, I don't remember either.
I mean, it's a piece of shit anyway.
So he auditions. He interviews to be a lifeguard.
It is kind of an audition because
Yeah.
they have to do some physical work there.
And he does worse than any of the other lifeguard people.
Yeah, they're running on the beach and Brandon's running in slow motion because he thinks he's on Baywatch, which I don't think was out at this time. But like when season 2 of the show. I mean, obviously it's out now. I mean, I've got a story about Baywatch Nights that you might want to talk about. That we'll talk about tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so it's a fun story.
So he comes in like after he's already ended it. He comes in from the water. Everybody is done and dismissed. And he's very polite and shakes the guy's hand and thanks him for the opportunity. And so he decides to give him a chance to be a cabana boy.
Yeah.
Instead.
Rub some suntan lotion on some women and set up some tables and
serve drinks.
I assume serve drinks, yeah.
Yeah. Which, isn't he too young to serve drinks?
You would think so. I assume you have to be 21 to serve drinks.
I would think.
I don't know what the laws are in California, but
So
they're all rich. I get the laws don't really apply to them. So,
but here's the thing: he has to start the next day.
Yeah,
which is bullshit. I mean,
yeah, he's like basically the guy that's running the place is like Brandon says, "Oh, I can't leave Nat in the lurch and everything," and he's like, "You know what? Fuck Nat." That's basically what he says.
Well, and he's telling him, "I've got 35, people interviewing for this job, and I've got headshots to go through and resumes and blah blah blah."
Modeling fucking stats and stuff for a cabana boy.
Well, apparently it's a really ritzy place. So
yeah, it's the Beverly Hills Private Club or whatever beach club. I don't know.
So he agrees to take the job, and he's basically just going to screw over Nat, which I think is terrible.
Absolutely,
I would never do that to somebody, especially like they're like friends. You don't do that to a friend,
right? And Nat's been so good to him, and Nat threw him a party and shit. Nat allowed Brenda to put on glasses and do that horrible fucking act that she did.
But so Brandon goes to talk to Brenda because he's thinking maybe she'll take his place. Mm-hmm. Which, he's really got to stop trying to use her like that. This is like the third time now. It's crap. So he can tell she's
the fakest sounding cough ever.
What?
It sounded like you were trying to cover up something else. Or like you were trying to get my attention about something. There are people behind us right now.
What?
Yeah, there's people at the table over there.
What are you talking about?
We're in a restaurant right now. They're just looking at us.
Okay.
It's Brandon and Brenda.
Are you having a seizure? What is happening right now?
I don't know.
It wasn't a fake cough.
I know it wasn't a fake cough. I'm just saying it sounded like a fake cough.
Anyway. Now I lost my train of thought.
Someone's at the door. It's a theater of the mind now, huh?
Shut
The rent is due.
You're knocking stuff over.
Oh, there's an earthquake now. Oh my god.
Stop.
What?
You're making me cough.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because you're making me laugh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Laughing makes me cough.
You can't cough much on this show. It's probably a bad sign.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So Brenda does tell him that she thought she was pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And she's
now
like...
she's riding the crimson wave.
She looks... I don't know. She irritates me in this episode quite a bit.
Yeah, agreed.
Because it's like she's just feeling so sorry for herself and so shell-shocked. Like she's traumatized because she thinks she might have gotten pregnant. Like,
you're the
get the fuck over it.
You're the first woman that's this has ever happened to.
So, yeah, she tells Brandon, her parents find the test, then she ends up having to talk to them. Mm-hmm. They come at her together.
Oh, yeah. And they're like, Brenda, we just want you to know that you can tell us anything. We want you to feel like it's okay, and this is a safe place where you can just say anything. And Brenda said, well, I thought maybe I was pregnant. And Dad's like, did you maybe do something that could maybe think that you might be pregnant? And Brenda's like, no, I thought it was just virgin birth, She's like, you mean like have sex? Yeah, I've Dylan and I have had sex. And then the dad jumps up immediately and was like, I didn't like that boy from the beginning. And I knew it's like, yeah, safe space there, buddy.
Like, and what did he think? I mean, when they found the pregnancy test, I think the logical conclusion is Brenda had sex.
Yeah, of course.
Like idiots. Unless it could have been one of her friends, I guess.
Well, but yeah, I suppose. But like it was almost disturbing to watch because he was like, everything will be okay, it's all right, and just tell us, fuck you, like
yeah, it was no good.
It was like, yeah, well, I wonder why she didn't feel comfortable coming to you.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt bad for her there. And then Dylan shows up and she tells her dad, because he's like, I'm going to go say something to him. And she's like, no, please don't. If you do, I'll kill myself.
Yeah.
Like, overreacting a little bit there, Brenda.
Right. But yeah, she says, I don't want him to know that you know.
Right. But then she answers the door holding the pregnancy test box.
Yeah. He's like, what are you doing with this?
Yeah. And then they go out.
Mm-hmm.
And she starts crying when they're making out.
Right. Always a good sign.
Right. And she ends up like telling him she wants to break up because it's all just too much for her.
Mm-hmm. And as you pointed out, Dylan has been through the fucking ringer.
Yeah.
Because she thought that she was going to have to go back to Minnesota at the end of last season.
And she broke up with him.
So she broke up with him then. They got back together, but she might be pregnant, and now she's breaking up with him again.
Yeah. And he's been nothing but nice to her. Nothing but supportive.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. I don't...
Nothing but handsome.
He is handsome. Even though he looks like a Sharpus or Sharpay or whatever.
Yeah. He's got some loose skin on him.
He does.
He needs surgery.
Surgery?
Yeah, to tighten up his skin.
He needs to cut back on the cigarettes, that's all.
You think that's what it is?
Well, yeah.
A lot of sun, too. I think he gets a lot of sun.
Yeah. So, he's been broken up with. She's all sad. He's all sad. Him and Brandon almost get in a fight on the beach.
Yes.
So funny. Because, like, Brandon's, starting his first day of work. And he runs into Dylan. And he tells him that he got the job and everything. He's like, oh, what about Nat? How'd he take it? And then when he's like, oh, he was a little upset, blah, blah. He's like, yeah, you guys like to dump on people.
Right, yeah. He's like, oh, it doesn't surprise me because you Walshes are pieces of shit.
Basically. So, yeah. And then Brandon decides to tell the new boss that he cannot do this to his old boss. Mm-hmm. And he asks for a week, which, like you pointed out, puts this guy in a bad position now, too, because he didn't hire somebody yesterday like he could have.
Yeah, what's he going to do for a week?
Right. So he goes back now to Nat, who says, don't worry about it. I got someone. So Brandon's just like all over the place here. And
we're pretty sure we know who the someone is.
Yes. My suspicion is Dylan.
Yeah, because Dylan had that conversation with Brandon. And we know later, because we've been watching the show currently, that Dylan still works at the Peach Pit now.
In college, yeah.
Yeah, and Brandon doesn't. So
doesn't he?
No, because he goes to college. He's doing the political shit.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. So that's I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much where it ends.
Yeah, I think so.
She breaks up with him. She says he goes, well, I'll give you a ride home, and she goes, I think I need to walk. It's
very, very dramatic.
She's dramatic the whole thing. Oh, the one thing that we forgot.
Huh.
She has signed up for a summer summer acting class with a purportedly handsome man.
Yeah, he looks weird, but they're acting like he's hot.
He looks like he had a handsome face, and then like someone was sculpted, like God was sculpting him or whatever, and it's like, oh, here's a handsome face. And then he got distracted, and he was like, oh, I just squished it down a little bit. That's what his face looks like if you chew a piece of gum, and then you just like squish it down a little bit like that.
See, I think he looks like Brandon Fraser, but again,
who's
squished.
Brandon Fraser?
Brendan Fraser.
Who's Brendan Fraser?
Would you stop it? You know who I'm talking about.
Are you talking about Brendan Frazier?
What the hell? Yes.
That's how he says his name.
Whatever.
Brendan Frazier. See, remember
the
we
with
did
honors, dude.
Remember we did Brandon or Brendan?
Yes.
And it was Brandon or Brendan Frazier.
So yeah, I think that she's gonna have a crush on him now, and he even says how old he is. He says he was born in
a log cabin, 1965.
65.
That's what he said.
So I thought it was 70 something.
No.
Okay, so 65 would make him
like 25, 26 years old.
Yeah, okay. So too old for her.
Oh yeah, she's like 16.
Yeah.
He's a teacher.
And she's all like, "Oh, I can't handle this stuff," but then she's looking at him like, oh, she could handle him.
No, yeah.
So
I'll get on birth control for you.
Right. I'm very unhappy with Brenda right now.
Yeah, no good. No good at all.
So we'll see what happens.
Well, that is the show for the week. We will see you next week with more 90210 action. Carol, why don't you take us home?
So, go ahead and write us and let us know what you like, what you don't like. Tell him to stop being a jerk.
Just in general. In general, let us know what not about the show. Just
yes, we want to know your likes and dislikes. Anyway, latefee1994 at AOL.com.
All right, have a good day. Bye.
Bye.